Hello, welcome to Pirate Readings. I'm Lady J, and if this sign is your sun, moon, or rising, this is your reading. And I really want to thank you all for your likes, shares, and subscribes. You all matter so much to me. Thank you. And if this particular reading resonates with you, I would love for you to consider subscribing to the channel. All right, Gemini, let's talk about what's going on for the week of the 26th of October through November 1st. I have the 3 cards in front of me from the overview video, and I have a guiding card for you for the month of October. And yes, indeed, we have the World. The World is here. This is a really great card because it really talks about the completion of projects, but also could be a cycle in your life. It could be like finishing up being a teacher and retiring to go on to be something else, maybe a principal. Ta-da! So you finish one thing, but you always start another, which is super cool. I like the cyclical nature of the cycle. So it's very good. I really like it. I think that you are in a position this month of October where there are a lot of beginnings and a lot of endings for you, and I don't think it's all bad. I think these are growth spurts, and you're pushing yourself into new directions, and it's going to be really great. Okay? So hang on to your hat, my friends. It's going to be a good deal, and I want you to be ready. All right? The other thing to know is that my better angels have a couple of messages for all of us for the month of October, and they're talking about getting along with the people around us, because they do funny little things that bug us to death. Now, it could be that you have a friend or a coworker who sits on the couch at work and they eat peanuts and they leave peanut stuff on the chair all the time, and you're like, this drives me crazy. Why can't they just clean up after themselves? And instead of having that confrontation, because I think you've had it once or twice, the answer remains, it's not that big a deal. And if you can tell yourself a little story that helps you make it make sense, or at least put yourself in a position where you no longer look at them as whole, complete, awesome beings, but people who are suffering in some way. I know that sounds crazy, but it kind of works. If you can make that, then you can look at them with compassion and realize, they just can't, they broke their back and they can't bend over because they have to wear that goofy brace. It lets them sit, but it doesn't let them, bend over to do the thing they have to do to remove the stuff from the seat. And I can just do that, and it's not a big deal. There. You fixed it. It's no longer an issue. You don't need to worry about it so much, and it will help free up space in your head, and you'll be free, ta-da, to do what you need to do, and I love that. So yes, we're going to do a little head game with ourselves, and I think it'll help, okay? The next thing to know is that we want to make everything that we get into in October to be something that's easily finished up in about 5 days. I know that sounds a little goofy, but whatever projects we get into, whether it's painting your bedroom or any other projects, maybe a step in the backyard, doing brickwork, whatever, we want to make it be a project we can easily complete in a few days. So we'll start it, we'll complete it, it'll be done. And all the tools and things will go away, and everything will be tidy. Okay? We want to make sure that everything is tidy at the end, so that we don't leave anything half done. All right? I think that'll be really sweet and really smart, and I think that'll help tremendously with the situation if you keep things in pieces. Even if you don't finish the whole big project, but you finish one part of it or several parts of it, but even if there's one thing left to do, it'll be its own one thing left to do instead of all of it. Does that make sense? I want you to just sort of see what you can do about that for yourself to make it easier and better for yourself. Okay? Cool. All right. Now then, let's look at the cards. So, these are the 3 cards from the overview video. Ta-da! And we need a mystery card for you, so we're going to go ahead and display these out and find Gemini's mystery card. Oh, there it is. It's right there. All right. Perfect. And we'll set these aside. They just like to splay out, and that's the only way to make them splay out in a direction that works. All right, so there's that right there. And we'll get these cards to go a little deeper right here. And see what we're doing right now. Okay, so very cool. Let's talk about, and this of course is the Tarot, the Abyss right here. Ta-ta. Okay, so now then, the week of October 26th through November 1st, we have the Ten of Cups, which means the family is coming together. You have family love coming your way. I feel like you have people rallying around you. I know last week we sort of talked about how some of you are having a breakup of some sort or some major changes in your life. And now you have people rallying around you. You have your love people coming around you, and this is very good news. It does seem that there might be potential for a new relationship so soon after you getting out of an old relationship is interesting. But, you know, keeping it clean and tidy is important. You needed to finish one thing and then start another, right? So you were keeping it as clean as you could be without doing the naughty. So there you go. I think that you've fulfilled the obligation of one thing versus the other. And for those of you who didn't go through a breakup, this is going to be a family event going on this final week of October, and you're definitely going to have some coming together with some friends or a new relationship potential, or your personal partner could be involved in the plotting and the planning of this gathering of family, which is super fun. I like that very much. And the Eight of Swords is when you want to be in charge of part of the situation, well, just sort of, you know, let them think it's your idea, to show them your idea and say, this is what I want to do. This is what I think we should do. And then you sprinkle a little bit of them on it so that it seems like they did it. And they'll be like, yeah, you go ahead and do that. That's okay. I appreciate you helping out with that. I had a great idea. They will probably claim it, and that's okay. The fact that it gets done is all the more important, okay? So we don't get full credit for it, but we do, in fact, get what we want out of the situation. Interesting. Where you're blocked, it's going to be hard for some folks to afford what you're plotting and planning, so some people are going to get nervous about the situation, and you may want to think about the fact that not everybody has the same amount of money. So whoever this person is worried about the money, they're going to be a little like, I just can't go. Never mind. They'll probably pull back, and it'll feel like a block, but at the same time, it's just what's going on, okay? Don't let it stop you from doing what you want to do. The star card here is showing me that the hard work isn't over yet. You still have more work to do, so stay at it. Don't let it go. Keep an eye on things. This could also be that person that a male energy person who's worried about the money, that if you are the one separating, it could be your other person who is putting up a fight about the money, okay? So pay attention to how that works. And then, of course, the hard work is not over in that situation. And there might be something you need to worry about, okay? I want you to pay attention to the fine print, the little bits and pieces that are happening there, and make sure that you're not putting yourself in a position, because the Two of Swords is usually about not being afraid, but I want you to pay attention to what's going on and read all the fine print, because something could be getting snuck in under the wire, and we don't want that. We don't want you to get in trouble because you didn't read the fine print, all right? Now then, this card here is talking about your solution. Your solution this week is the Three of Swords, and new information will come to you that you'll need to keep under your hat. This could be something that is negative about the next your partner that you're leaving, and I want you to know that whatever that is, it's private, and it could be, I mean, it feels super personal, and so whatever that personal private information is needs to be kept to yourself so you don't get in the mix on that situation, all right? Ten of Swords, you are going to be the boss of the situation. It does seem that you will be able to use that information privately to get things going in the right direction for yourself. Sounds a little like blackmail. Sorry about that, but careful. Figure out what you're doing and how you're doing it. Yeah, just figure it out, okay? You will have options. You don't have to go this way if you don't want to. You can use the information. You can have a secret and still be in charge without using the information. Some of you will have, what is your dream and goal? The Seven of Cups is always about dreams and goals. What do you really want? Figure out, because you have so many options here, you're going to get confused and make bad decisions. So the goal here is to see which ones go where you want to go. Get rid of anything that doesn't. So it may be that using this information puts you in a position where now I'm responsible for having been a real jerk in that moment, having exposed this information, even to the person who did it or whatever. Letting them know that you know is bad. So it's not a great look, right? So whether you know or not isn't helpful. And if you want to still be in charge, cool, but you can take the high road, look for where you want to go and how you want to get there, and go toward your dreams and goals, but let everything else that doesn't go there get you there, okay? Let that other stuff go, all right? Excellent. I want you to be discerning about where you're going and careful so that you're not making terrible karma for yourself. Nobody needs bad karma. Nope. So let's get you a Moon Oracle card. It's a very interesting way to finish this month, all right? I'm curious about how that's playing for most of my Gemini. It's a very interesting week. All right, so. Ooh, celestial. We talked about the stones that made you feel connected to space. It made you feel connected to the all it is, the big picture, the huge open space that is all that stuff out there, the space dust, and the stars and the moons and all the planets. Those things, those celestial bodies, we're a part of that. We're all made of that stuff. We just happen to live here in these funny little skin sacks that are also made of celestial stuff. So if we can look at the bigger picture, we might find ourselves a better answer to this very, very minor stuff. It feels very personal and like we're going to get busy pulling some weird stuff, and I want you to just be cautious and careful because your karma is key here. You can be in charge and do it in a way that's not ugly. All right? So just consider that. Let's move on over to the mystery card. The Empress. Oh my. The Empress is showing that you can manifest absolutely anything if you just tell the universe what you want. Tell the celestial beings and the celestial bodies and the celestial juices that are out there in the planets and all that. Tell them what you need. Tell them why you need it and all that good stuff. And then just let go and let the universe handle it. And then the options will show up. You'll be in charge. You won't have to even, you'll have this information, but you won't need to use it. The other person's going to see the possibilities, and if you can figure out what they want to, and find a way to take care of both of you. You know, when you break up with another human being, there was love there before. All you got to do is figure out how to make sure that even though they're not your match anymore, that everybody gets what they need, and that you move forward. Okay? Cool. You need a pocket full of rocks. Let's get that. All right, so we have orange calcite, we have green garnet, and we have a black amethyst. All right, so both of these are third chakra stones. They do slightly different things, which is super nice. Okay, so yellow calcite is all about how you're going to be able to see very clearly, like it's a leaf blower that's blowing all the leaves off of the area where your memories, feelings, and emotions live. And you'll be able to like see the surface of it again. You haven't seen the surface for a minute there. You've been a little buried in your thoughts, feelings, and emotions, and that's okay. We want you to understand that that's normal and natural. But when you clear it off, you're in a position to start healing some of the things that are there. You're going to find some things right there on the surface that need work and help and healing. So you're going to be digging around in the surface area of your feelings and emotions, and you want to heal them. And the green garnet will help you heal those areas, okay? let those feelings and emotions and memories get healed so you can move forward. All right? Very nice. Love that. Black amethyst is always about how you are in a position to like basically understand who you are, what you're doing. You can meditate with this stone on your third eye. And when you meditate with this stone on your third eye, you're going to find exactly a visual messages from your better angels and guides that show the ripple effect that you have. So it might seem to you, all I'm doing is a drop in the water. Bloop. Yep, you did. You only made a drop in the water. But what happened? There were the ripples in the lake that turned into a wave. Oh my goodness. And then the wave turned into a tsunami and had a huge global effect. So while you made just a drop in somebody's life, it had this great big effect on the planet, okay? And that is what this stone can show you, is what beautiful effect you're having on different people just by being you, okay? So Gemini, you're having an effect, you're helping other people. Even if it doesn't seem like you're doing much now, you're just scratching the surface, guess what? You're doing way more than that. It's going to be beautiful, all right? So love that. Be aware that you have an effect on folks, and it's beautiful, and we need you, okay? So, excellent news. All right, Gemini. So, yeah, what a week, right? I like to see that things feel like they're sort of having an opportunity to evolve and become what they need to be, and you're changing, you're growing, you're moving through things, and you're even taking the high road with this important information you're given. You can do whatever you want with that, but you're not going to do what you could do with that, and you're just going to try and stay on the high road and get everyone taken care of. I think that's wonderful. I think you're going to live much happier than if you went to battle and did the ugly and then ended up in a situation where you got what you wanted, but it was all tainted with ugly, right? So be careful, be cautious, and know that these stones are here to help you if you want them. You can carry them in your pocket. You can put them under your pillow at night. If you want to carry something else, by all means, comment below. Let me know what you got in your pocket and how that's going for you. I appreciate always hearing about that stuff. It's fun. And of course, if you haven't liked, shared, and subscribed, that would really help the channel grow. We're almost to 1,000 followers. Whee! Okay. And of course, if you look in the description box below, there's a lot of cool things going on down there. You'll find all the decks that I'm using so that you can get them on Amazon or Etsy. And if you look further down, you'll find a whole schedule of all the different fairs that I go to read cards at Renaissance fairs. You can come out in person, wear a costume, and have a good time, and get a private reading. That would be super fun. And if you can't get out to the fair but still need a reading, by all means, there's a link for that as well. So you can schedule a private reading over the phone. I'm here for you in as many ways as I can be, and I appreciate you all so very much. Do, by all means, come back next week, and we will be talking about November. Wow, this year's gone by so fast. All right, we'll see you then. Thank you.